This is the Rockwall Yellowjackets midweek report. We're with head football coach Rodney Webb, and this is J.J. Smith with the Rockwall News. After last week's 41-16 loss to Euless Trinity, one of the top teams in the state, how do you feel this morning, Coach? It was a difficult loss.
Well, we certainly went into last Friday at Pennington planning on winning the game. So anytime you lose a game, there's obvious disappointment. But we talk to our kids all the time about just getting better. You know, non-district games, we want to win them, but the ultimate goal is to get better as a team. And we knew that Trinity would make us better. And so we did a lot of good things in that game. And, you know, just to look at the score, you may say, well, we didn't play so well. But about 90% of the time Friday night, we felt like we played really well. And we felt like we were very evenly matched with Trinity. The difference in that game was turnovers. We turned the ball over 4 times. They didn't turn it over any. And, you know, that was and really those turnovers led to 21 points. They won the game by 25 points and 21 points directly related to turnovers. So that was really the one bugaboo that sort of bit us on Friday night. Otherwise, we felt really good about it. Our kids have come back very resilient after the game, and we've had a great week of practice this week heading into the Horn game.
Great. Well, you did say that you like to play tough competition so you can prepare for district, and I think you've said in the past that you tell the guys that it's all about district, and that's why you play these tough non-conference games to begin with, or non-district games.
That's right.
So how about an injury report? Do you have any injuries that they sustained last week?
Well, we just got the typical sort of bumps and bruises and a few sprains, and you know, we got a few kids right now that are we're kind of on the fence whether or not they're going to play, but knock on wood, everybody's going to be full go on Friday night.
All right. Well, what do you think the biggest 1 or 2 lessons that you learned from last week were or are?
Well, I think one of the things our kids learned is they can play with anybody. Trinity might be the best football team in the state of Texas, and they learned they could play with anybody. And so I think from a positive outlook, I think that that's certainly something that we took out of that game last week. I think we also understand the consequences of not hanging on to the football. I think that was very, very apparent on Friday night. The fact that turnovers are probably the most poignant statistic when it comes to winning and losing. So hopefully we stored that lesson away.
Okay, let's take a look at Mesquite Horn this week at AT&T Cowboys Stadium. An exciting game, right?
Should be 2 good teams in a great venue. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
What do you expect from Mesquite Horn? A lot of passing, a lot of running.
Well, they're very explosive offensively in general. They're very explosive, and they've got great skill kids. They've got one of the best quarterbacks in Texas. They've got a couple of just outstanding receivers. They've got a fast running back. So they're very explosive offensively. They scored a lot of points up to this point. Defensively, they've given up some points. I think they're trying to maybe find their identity a little bit defensively. But I also know they've got a really good defensive lineman that hasn't played up to this point in the season. We expect to see him on Friday night.
Now, I didn't do my homework. What is their record so far this year?
Horn is 1-1. They lost a very close game to McKinney Boyd to start the year. And then they won on a last-second field goal last week at Duncanville, so they're 1-1.
Okay, very good. What else do you expect from your team? How's the defense looking?
Well, you know, we feel like we played pretty well defensively both games this year, and we're just continuing to sort of hone our talent each week and get better each week. And so, you know, again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but we just want, you know, Horn is a good team. We're a good team. We want to play our best, and we want to get better. And district starts next week, and we want to be the best version of us we can be when that time rolls around.
So how are the coaches doing? Maybe we'll talk about that. How's your coaching staff looking?
We're always upbeat. We're always positive. We get tired from time to time. This is, as we talked earlier, you know, football season is a grind, and I'm not sure that people really understand the amount of hours that the coaches put in. The coaches' wives certainly understand that, but we put a lot of hours in. But it's a labor of love, and we get sleep when we can possibly get a little bit of sleep, and you know, we're in a cycle right now in the middle of the regular season, approaching the middle of the regular season, so we're very much in sort of a comfort zone of a weekly routine, and so we're doing really well.
Now, as the head football coach here, do you also teach, or are you strictly a coach and athletic director?
Right. My role is head football coach and campus athletics coordinator. So I'm not in the classroom right now. I did get my degree in English out of college, and I taught English for 12 years. And then after becoming a head football coach, I've been more athletic director, athletic coordinator.
Well, that was the bell. So how about anything else you might like to talk about this week, Coach? Is there anything we haven't discussed that's important about the Yellowjackets?
Well, I think, the bigger picture of all of the student organizations that are involved in our football games and our crowd. I think AT&T Friday night is going to be a lot of fun, not just for the football team. It's going to be fun for the band. It's going to be fun for the Stingerettes. It's going to be fun for the cheerleaders, and certainly all of Jacket Nation that comes out. It's a great place to watch a game. It's a great venue. There should be a great game preceding our game between Heath and Garland. That game kicks off at 5 o'clock. And I just think it's the best possible way you could spend a Friday night.
Absolutely. And the game begins at 8?
It's going to start 45 minutes after the conclusion of the Heath and Garland game. We're expecting kickoff to be around 8:30 on Friday night.
I see. Okay, great. Well, we wish you the very best. And again, jacket fight it never ends. I'm sorry.
Jacket fight never dies. That's right.
Sorry about that.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Okay,
Appreciate it. Bye-bye.